I told my brother I'm doing criminal justice. He said, which role? I said, I'm playing the public prosecutor. He's like, you're against Madhav Mishra? I said, yeah, I'll be pitted against him. He's like, oh my God, I already don't like you. So, of course, that was a joke. Please like me. Media trials have always been, I mean, since time, I mean, if when there was no media, also there were trials, there were public, things on, if you read history, there was always something that has been made public and people have always had opinions. After Iqbal, my parents said no to a lot of movies. They said no to Rajkumar Santoshi's Halla Bol and Madhur Bhandarkar's Traffic Signal because they wanted me to study and have a normal life. I play the sitar. I'm trained in classical music. I paint, I write, I travel the world. I've made documentaries. I've completed my graduation in mass media and journalism. After that, I assisted Anurag Kashyap when I was 22, 23 years old on a short film. Be aware of that, even if you're arguing, you're trying to fight it out, it's a competition, but it should never reach an ugly point. Well, love it.
Hi Shweta, this is Srijita sent from News 18 Showsha. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, Srijita. How are you?
I'm fine.
I love your hair, Srijita.
Oh, really? Thank you so much.
It's so cool. I love it.
It was a bit bluish and it's now faded.
Yeah. मैंने भी blue करवाया था. My hair was blue 2 years ago and then it faded. It became green. Yeah. So it happened, but it's very cool. It's really nice.
Thank you. Tell us about your role in season 3 and what particularly attracted you towards the script.
Okay, see, for me, I'm an audience first and anything after that. For me, I need to be excited by what I read. I love the script. I've never played a lawyer before. I've never done stage. I've always been a camera actor. I've never done theater, never done plays. So for me, long takes, monologues, a courtroom drama, which requires a lot of reading and blocking, really excited me. It's something very new as an actor. It really pushes you, to do something different. The script was really exciting. It's the only one that is not an adaptation. It's an original written by the Indian, it's created by the Indian content creators at BBC and the writers at Applause in BBC. So that was really, really exciting. And of course, it's a popular series. I've loved the first 2 seasons. I watched it back to back in the previous pandemic. My family is a huge fan. And I told my brother I'm doing criminal justice. He said, which role? I said, I'm playing the public prosecutor. He's like, you're against Madhav Mishra? I said, yeah, I'll be pitted against him. He's like, oh my God, I already don't like you. So, of course, that was a joke. Please like me. But yeah, I think that just speaks volumes about how popular Madhav Mishra is, and he's a household name. And jokes apart, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the series, and I think it's a very well-made show. It's done full justice to its theme and the characters and the way it's treated and all the actors. It's been such a treat. So yeah, this is a standalone. I mean, it's a continuation. It's a season 3, but it's a standalone case. It's different characters, a bunch of great actors. We had a great time shooting with Swastika and Purab and Gaurav, Adi, Mukul, who's playing Aditya, who's playing Mukul, Pankaj, of course. It's my second time with him. I worked with him on the Tashkent Files. And I think he's one of the most graceful co-stars I've ever had. He's just so pleasant and he's such a well-read, cultured man. I really enjoy talking to him. We talk about books, about music. I have a very strong inclination towards classical music. I play the sitar. He's into music, so we would discuss that. We would discuss books and just life, and it's beautiful. I think there's so much to learn from.
So as you said, this is your second collaboration with Pankaj Tripathi. So what were your major learnings from him this time?
Well, I really liked how he has he questions what his dialogues. He just doesn't just mug them up and just say it, and he has a logical application. He questions it. He's like, "Acha, ye kyun bola? Iske pehle ye tha, to ye. Why is he saying this or she's doing this or what is happening?" And it's very simple questions. He needs to be convinced with what he's doing, and I think that's a great takeaway because a lot of times. You've read the script and it's all going in one flow, and then you don't question something that could have been missed. He doesn't miss that. He has an eagle eye. He has he's very focused and very aware of what he's saying and what he's doing, which is a brilliant quality for any actor. He's a very good co-star. He's a good listener. And when you have a good co-actor, I think your own work really, it makes it just complements your own work, I guess.
Going by the trailer, this season seems to be revolving around media trials, something that we have also seen increasing in our industry. So I would like to know your thoughts on that.
I mean, for me, it's a fiction, it's fiction and it's a story. And media trials have always been, I mean, since time, I mean, if when there was no media, also there were trials, there were public, things on, if you read history, there was always something that has been made public and people have always had opinions. So I don't think it's a recent phenomenon. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just a piece of fiction that we've worked on. It's not based on anybody. It's not. There's no reference to it. It's just spun around the story.
And you have also been a part of this industry since childhood, and you have had a very active career like till now. So, have you ever felt that being a part of showbiz since a childhood, have you ever felt that you have missed out maybe something in your personal life while growing up?
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, I did after Iqbal, my parents said no to a lot of movies. They said no to Rajkumar Santoshi's Halla Bol and Madhur Bhandarkar's Traffic Signal because they wanted me to study and have a normal life. In fact, I have had a lot of personal growing up that I did apart from acting. And for me, acting is a part of my life, a very integral part, but it's a part of my life. I have life after that. I play the sitar. I'm trained in classical music. I paint. I write. I travel the world. I've made documentaries. I've completed my graduation in mass media and journalism. After that, I assisted Anurag Kashyap when I was 22, 23 years old on a short film. I worked with Phantom Films as a script consultant. I've produced short films. I think I've done more than any actor can do. I've been acting in the last 4, 5 years, I think, more actively as an adult since the advent of OTT, not before that. So I really can't say there's anything that I've missed out. In fact, I'm very grateful to my parents that they really balanced it out for me and they did not, exploit me. They did not make me work. In fact, they said no to work and they made me study. They made sure that my graduation was done and then I led a normal life like any other girl, which I still do. For me, I'm not always on Instagram. I'm not on social media. I'm not a big fan of social media. I'm a very reserved private person. So I really cut off and just be. When I'm at home, I'm at home. When I'm with friends, I'm with friends. When I'm working, I'm working. So I'm very particular. I live in the moment, really. So no, I don't think I've missed out on anything. If at all, I've had more to life. I've really done more than a lot of people do, I think.
So you would say there was no cons of being in this entertainment business from big
Not
childhood.
really, not for me. I mean, yeah, when Makdee released, I was very popular, and a lot of people in school would want to be friends with me because I was popular. But then I have lovely friends from school, and they're still my friends. We have a WhatsApp group, and we hang out once in a while. It's a school group, and we have our reunions. So, and they hang out with me like they hang out with any other classmate. So somebody is a music producer, somebody is a she makes cakes, lovely cakes. Somebody's a lawyer, somebody's a fashion designer. So we all have our own careers, and we meet as people, as friends, because we've been friends since grade one, and that's a long time. So not at all. I don't think there were any cons because there's nothing I've missed out on. If I missed out on anything, I didn't have a social life or I don't have a romantic life, I didn't date, or I didn't have experiences in life. मैंने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया. I've done everything. I've learned music. I used to play sport. I travel. I hang out with friends. I do pretty much everything. I made these paintings that you see behind
Oh,
me.
those are
So
made by you.
yeah,
Ah, beautiful paintings.
thank you, Srijita. So no, not really. I wouldn't say. I mean, not for me. I mean, people's personal experiences are personal. It's subjective. Mine has been pros and no go, really, no cons as such. And also, I've grown up in the industry. I'm an outsider who's grown up in the industry, and it's my family. It's my extended family. A lot of people in the industry are really really close, and people I've known since I was a kid. So for me, it's my comfort zone. Like when I'm on set, I eat the set ka khana. It feels like being at home. It's very comfortable.
Now, I feel that it's a great privilege to find a second home in your workplace.
Absolutely. And I think that happened because I've worked since I was 11, and thanks to my parents, it was sporadic. It was never really a continuous sort of career. I think there was a long break in between and a rightful one. So yeah, I think for me, definitely, my work is my second family. It's my comfort. As I said, when I'm on set, I'm most relaxed. For me, acting and performance arts is meditative. I find a lot of peace in what I do. I look forward to it. मतलब जिस दिन मेरा shoot होता है मैं बिना alarm के उठ जाती हूँ. I'm so excited. So if it's a 6 o'clock alarm, I wake up at 5:30. I'm like, oh, I have to go to work and get ready, say these dialogues. I love this character. I'm going to meet this co-star today. और आज ये होने वाला, आज वो होने वाला. So I'm always very excited around cinema and anything that's to do with this profession.
No, I completely agree with it, because it's a great feeling to love your work so much that it becomes your second home. It becomes your comfort.
I am obsessed with my work. I'm obsessed with my work. It's what I think about, and I completely love it. It brings a lot of peace to my life. It doesn't bring chaos. With all I may be exhausted at the end of the day, but I'm not tired. If you know the difference, it never tires me. Even if I'm working 18 hours a day, I'm exhausted. I want to hit the bed, but I'm not tired.
So, as you said that you also do a lot of things like painting, writing, music besides acting. So, which is the one thing that you would say you are more inclined towards? Is it acting?
Acting, of course. Acting, of course. I mean, it's my profession. It's something I enjoy the most. These are my hobbies. I play the sitar because Bengali household, you have to learn one classical instrument, either singing or you would know that you're Sen, right? So you
Bengali
know that.
Household.
So it's like right. So you have to learn a classical instrument or Rabindra Sangeet. My mom actually enrolled me for Rabindra Sangeet, but मैं भाग गई. I was very scared. I was like, I can't do these abritis. I don't have the voice for a classical musician or a Rabindra Sangeet. I can't do. I said, Mama, I'll pick up music. I'll pick up sitar. I'll take up an instrument. So that's how 12 years ago I started learning the sitar when I was a teenager.
Yeah, my parents also enrolled me into music class, but I could not continue that.
Why? You must. I think learning music is the best gift you can give yourself. It's the best
I continued
gift.
with dancing. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So something, any art form. I think it's the best gift you could give yourself in life.
Agreed. So, coming back to criminal justice again, what was your major takeaway or learning or observation from this season?
See, because I played a lawyer, I think my own character taught me a lot because, you're fighting it out. It's a battlefield, right? And when you fight, you try to outwit the other person. You try to fight it out with the other person. And when you're fighting, you get to your ugliest point. You say things that are sensitive. You do things that are immoral. So for me, my biggest takeaway from Lekha was my character's name is Lekha. So my biggest takeaway was to not make it ugly when you're fighting, because even if we are not lawyers and we're not dealing with law, but we are constantly advocating and we're constantly arguing, and there's a logical application in our lives in general, right? So I think it's very important to sort of be aware of that even if you're arguing, you're trying to fight it out, it's a competition, but it should never reach an ugly point, is what I feel. I think it can all be done very gracefully, like Madhav Mishra does, very gracefully. He wins his cases very gracefully.
So that brings me to my last question. Apart from Criminal Justice 3, what are the things you're working on or you have lined up?
Sure. So next release will be Madhur Bhandarkar's India Lockdown, which is based on the lockdown situation, pandemic in India. I'm playing a sex worker from Kamatipura. So again, something very different from anything that I've done, and definitely very different from Criminal Justice 3. After that would be Vikramaditya Motwane's Jubilee, which is a period drama that is very different from, again, I can't talk about it yet, but again, a very different role, set in a different time. Then there would be Tribhuvan Mishra CA Topper for Netflix, that is being written and showrun by Puneet Krishna, who was the maker of Mirzapur, who was one of the writers and showrunners of Mirzapur. That's being directed by Amrit Rajgupta, who made Gullak. And there's something that I'm shooting for. फिर वो आते रहेंगे. फिर अगले साल I'll tell you what next I'm doing. Like, these are the next immediate lineups. There's also an anthology and a cine play that will come this year. Sorry, there's an anthology and a cine play that will come this year.
That's an interesting lineup. And all the best for Criminal Justice 3 and of course your upcoming work. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.